What is going on, Movie Meals? Movie Meals, our top 5 most anticipated movies of 2024. Thank you, Movie Meal patrons, Kimberly and Karen. Go get some merch, guys. We're going to give a hoodie just like this bad boy away. This guy right here. We're going to give one away to someone who has been commenting and supporting once we cross that 2,000. Help us get to 2,000. Share us around. Make sure you watch the video, give it a like, give it a comment, and we're going to give a free hoodie away to a fan we think has been really supportive over the years and lately. So we're going to pick someone at random. These are our top 5 most anticipated movies of the year. Our top 10 movies of 2023 will be out or should be out, maybe about to be out. Make sure you check it out. That's what matters the most. We're here. This is always an interesting list because it does tend to end up being big budget. It usually does. There's lots of movies that you like hear, but like I remember last year when at the end of 2022, I heard about The Iron Claw, but I didn't necessarily have it in my list because it was still kind of in production. I just knew Zac Efron was in a wrestling movie. You didn't know much about it till you see it, and you're like, oh wow, this is a top movie of my year. Like I love this movie. This is amazing. Mm-hmm. So this always tends to be more big budget, and that's okay. Are there any honorable mentions you have, Kyle?
Yeah. Actually.
Okay, go ahead. I have a couple too.
All right. Let's see. I'll start off with Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. So far, there's been like a few images starting to come out for that movie. Looks awesome. I'm in. Mm-hmm. The Fall Guy. I like seeing goofy Ryan Gosling. I almost said Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Gosling's, and this looks like an action movie that is doing that. Another goofy performance by him, but I'm in. I like what I see so far.
You know what's crazy about that movie? Yeah, I think I wouldn't have any interest if it wasn't for the director. Having one of the directors of the John Wick movies, I think, is what sells it for me. Because
maybe a little for me too.
That's what sells it to me because to me it looks like just a generic, goofy, dumb action movie. But I know that this director brings more to the table than that because I loved Bullet Train, I loved John Wick, obviously, and the other movies he's done. So that's what sells it for me for that one. I'm with you there. I'm more interested than I thought I would be.
Sure. And then I want to bring up The Bike Riders, a movie that was supposed to come out last year from Jeff Nichols, but looks like it's coming out this year. So thankfully I get to put that at least in my honorable mentions. And then Challenger starring Zendaya. That was also a movie that was supposed to come out last year, but
why are you so excited for that as a guy who doesn't like Call Me By Your Name?
I still like that director enough. In Luca, I like Bones and All, and I do like seeing Zendaya grow as a actor. And I don't know, the tennis love triangle thing it's such a weird combination of the two, but I just gotta know. I gotta know what that is.
It's all back to sex. Same with Poor Thing. Ridiculous. I am curious about those ones as well. I have Bike Riders on my list. My brother saw it and loved it. He was like, "This is going to be in my top 5 of 2023," and then we were like, "You're not allowed to put it there anymore." We bullied him to put it out because rightfully so, it didn't come out this year. But he saw it at his film festival. But that's on my list. I also have Nosferatu on my honorable mentions. I'm very curious. I love Robert Eggers and what he brings. The images look great. I also have Civil War on my list because I love Alex Garland, and I really am just excited for it. Just because it's going to be such a political conversation piece. And I just want to watch the idiots talk idiot about movies. Sometimes it's just so fun. I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, have you guys seen, like, pay attention when he was talking about how he's a film buff and he went to see a movie and there were a lot of people in the theater. And he was like, I'm with common moviegoers who don't go out and see a lot of movies. He's like, when the Civil War trailer came on, it was so funny to listen to the reactions in my theater of what people were saying, because they were just saying the dumbest things you'd ever heard. It's like they clearly are not superimposed into movies and they're looking at it at very face value. He's like, it's so funny. You got to make sure you listen to what people say when that trailer ends in theater because it's just hysterical. So I'm curious what it is. Also just rewatched Ex Machina the other day and I love that movie. So, and I love all his movies. I think he's done nothing but bangers. He's done 3 great movies and a great TV show. So I'm hyped for Civil War, but let's get into it here. Kyle, what is your number 5 most anticipated movie of the year?
This might be a weird one, but I'm putting in Kevin Costner's Horizon, and I'm putting it in here because I just think it's weird in that if people were to make like an anticipated list, this won't be on their list necessarily. But when I heard the announcement for this thing that it was going to be a Western with a theatrical release directed by Kevin Costner, which are things that aren't like mainstream when it comes to putting them in cinemas, but on top of that, it's supposed to be a two-parter movie, and both of them are getting released, I think in June, and then the other in August. I just kind of got to know what this is. I kind of want to know what like the final product of this is, because it is such like a collection of strategies to release this thing in cinema that doesn't happen very often, like a two-part Western epic. That I just gotta know whether it's good or bad. I just gotta know what this movie's gonna look like and how the response is gonna be from it. So it's my most. So I put it at number 5 just for that reason. Like it's one where I'm like, I wonder how this is gonna play out. Mostly for that reason. Hope it's good, but mainly I'm worried about, or not worried, but like I'm wondering about the outcome of this.
Sure. Sometimes that's your movie, is just curiosity. When we're back here in 2024, I'll try my best to remember. Hey, Kyle, remember when you were pumped for that Kevin Costner movie? And you're going to be like, what? Kevin
Pumped
Costner
is a strong
really
word.
loved being a cowboy in Yellowstone. But
pumped is a strong word, but yeah.
My number 5, and I am more excited than putting this at number 5 because the movies above this, I actually think if I knew more about this movie, I would be putting it higher. But my number 5 is whatever Jordan Peele's got cooking for Christmas Day next year. That's what I've got, is whatever it is. No clue what it is. I just know that's the release date. Hopefully it doesn't move. I'm pumped for it. I love Jordan Peele. Get Out's a 5 out of 5. Incredible movie to me. I really liked Us. I didn't love it. I liked Us. I want to rewatch it because I feel like maybe I missed it. I really liked Nope. I thought Nope really worked well. So I put this here only because I don't know as much about it. Even a title, I might have tossed it above. But that's the fun of this.
I don't know if it's announced. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's not. It's not. I double checked.
Gotcha.
Just a minute ago. But no, I know it is scheduled for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day of 2024. So that's what I'm going with here. Is Jordan Peele's at number 5. What's your number 4?
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. As much as I wish that Matt Reeves could come back to this franchise, because I thought what he did with the previous 2 movies was just incredible stuff, and it was just gripping to watch and very entertaining. I do think that the visuals with this movie and the direction that it's going in and in being more of a distant future, it's interesting to me. 300 years later. And I am going to miss Andy Serkis, obviously. I don't think he's in this movie or that he's coming back. I wouldn't think so.
He's
Spoilers,
not, no.
I guess.
He's not, no.
But I don't know. I just thought that the movie looks really good. It make me want to return to this franchise more than I really anticipated after all these years. So hopefully Wes Ball, the director, nails this one.
Yeah, my number 4, we didn't have it in the top 10. My number 4, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
There we go. All right, we match it again.
I am a little nervous with it being the director of Maze Runner. I like the first Maze Runner. I don't love the others. But I do think that this movie looks really good. He's also apparently tapped to do the Legend of Zelda movie, whether animated or live action. I assume it's going to end up being live action. But I don't want Matt Reeves back. I'm glad that they're continuing a really great franchise and giving someone else a chance to let it breathe, because I love what Matt Reeves is doing with the Batman, but I want to see what someone else will bring to the table on this, because the first one's not Matt Reeves and the first one's also really good. The second 2 are better, but I love that this is taking place 300 years in the future, and it's going to be apes rediscovering humankind and what happened, and Caesar and the myth and the legend around him, and I love that. And it looks just incredible. So I'm here for it. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. That's my number 4 as well. What's your number 3?
Furiosa. I think.
Wow.
I think George Miller is going to return to form once again when it comes to Mad Max Fury Road. And I'm more excited about returning to this world. Despite it being almost like 10 years in the making to make this prequel story. I also love Anya Taylor-Joy. I think she's a fantastic actress. I like that she's getting a big vehicle such as this. I guess pun intended, because there's vehicles in this movie. So yeah, I thought the trailer also looked awesome, and it made me very stoked for this.
My number 3 is Sonic the Hedgehog, number 3. This isn't a troll.
Wow.
I
just
grew up as such a Sonic fan. I loved the cartoon Sonic X back in the day. Gotta go faster, faster. Oh, so good. I grew up I watched Sonic Underground, and that's where you love some Sonic the Hedgehog, man, where they're playing instruments, having a good time. They're introducing Shadow in the next one. And I don't know if Jim Carrey's coming back. He did say after Sonic 2 that he was retiring and he wasn't going to be acting anymore. So I would love for him to come back as Eggman. I hope he does. But if not, I think they can still create a pretty good story. The first two are really good. The second one's better than the first. They're introducing more characters. We're going to get Shadow the Hedgehog. That's going to be awesome. So I'm hyped for it. This brings so much joy out of me. I love these movies so much. They're so fun. I'm hyped for Sonic, man. Got to go fast.
Right on.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Dune Part 2.
I knew it.
I
have no clue what number 1 is.
Excuse me. I mean, I speak volumes about how much I'm looking forward to this movie and some of our trailer reactions to Dune Part 2, but look, I love what they did in Dune Part 1. I can't wait to see its continuation. I can't wait to see more of Timothée Chalamet paired with Zendaya. And I think it just is going to take things up a notch in terms of its story, but also I think the action also looks great, and I am going to try really hard to see it in IMAX this time. I wasn't able to do it last time with the first movie, so bring it on. I am loving this franchise so far. I want to see it keep going.
My number 2 is Furiosa. I'm hyped to get back in that world. I agree with everything Kyle said. Anya Taylor-Joy, she has gotten big budget movie opportunities, but they have just ended up being duds. So it's nice to see her get a chance in something with a really, really great director. The first Mad Max Fury Road and the original, I mean, just Mad Max is great. Road Warrior, love it. But Mad Max Fury Road is so freaking good. It's beautiful to look at. I'm so hyped for Furiosa. So what's your number 1?
My number 1 is Mickey 17. It's going to be a Bong Joon-ho sci-fi action movie.
Oh, that's right. That is coming out next year. Yeah, no, I'm hyped for that. I should have that on my list somewhere.
It's starring Robert Pattinson. It's supposed to come out early 2024. We haven't seen anything from it yet, outside of like a 15-second thing now that I'm thinking about it, but nothing of like trailer-wise or any sort of thing like that. So I'm wondering if it's going to be pushed back. Mickey 17.
You deliberately didn't tell me that movie when I asked you to remind me of other movies coming out this year because you wanted me to forget so you could sound all cool. I see right through your schemes. I see directly through your scheming. But I also never prepare for these videos every year. I look forward to not preparing for them. I think it's fun.
He makes them on the fly, which is awesome.
Literally, as soon as we finish filming our top of the year, I write down some movies that are coming out.
Googles them.
Pretty much.
No, this pairing of Bong Joon-ho and Robert Pattinson making like a sci-fi seems like it would be a blockbuster scale type of movie. We'll see, but I just can't wait to see any sort of trailer out of this movie because I think this pairing and his direction is just going to make this a really great movie.
I would have, if I remembered that, I would have tossed that movie in at number 2 for me. And I would have just bumped everything down. Sorry, Jordan Peele, but you don't have no information about your movie. So, my number 1's Dune 2. But I'm also excited for Mickey 17 just because, I mean, Parasite and Dune 1 were both my favorite movies of those respected years. They're excellent. They're phenomenal. I'm hyped to see what these guys do next. I've read the Dune book. I'm so excited to see what's coming up. We're adding Florence Pugh. We're adding Austin Butler. We're adding so many others that I'm just hyped to see all this talent together and just see more of the war and more of everything in Dune. So Dune Part 2 is my number 1 most anticipated of next year. And when we get back to next year, we'll see if these movies make these top 10 of the year. We'll see.
We'll see.
I hope Jordan Peele's movie is like a Krampus, like something Christmas. We're going to have like a terrible Christmas. That'd be awesome. Like a Jordan Peele original horror movie set at Christmas would be great. Be great. Anyway, any other thoughts here, pal?
Don't sleep on Kevin Costner, I guess. Apparently he's cooking. We'll see.
Who said he was cooking? Is the movie getting good reviews?
No one's seen it yet. I just referred to the part 1, part 2 thing.
Oh.
It's bold. That's all I'm saying.
Is that a Netflix movie?
No, coming out in theaters. Warner Bros. Yeah.
All right, guys. What do you think? Comment below. Let us know. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, Moo Meal patrons. Get some merch. Get one of these hoodies by commenting and sharing and doing all that stuff we just said. And yeah, as always, Thanks for watching, Mom.
See you guys.
Happy New Year.